Good evening. Ira Epstein of Linn & Associates with your metal market wrap-up for this Thursday. And we are now at the October 1st date, 2020, 6:40 p.m. Central Time, which means we're into Friday trade. So you're looking at the early evening trade, and let's understand what we're dealing with right now. We still don't have a handle if the Republicans and Democrats have reached a deal, if they're going to say they're close enough that maybe they'll wait until tomorrow to consummate one, or if they're so far away that the Democrats might vote tonight for their $2.2 trillion deal and just say they can't make one with the Republicans. Don't know where we're at. And that's a rough place to be. The airline companies began already letting people be furloughed, letting people go, and it's going to get worse if we don't get more relief into the economy. And remember what the Fed said. The Fed said the government needs to come to the table. So we'll find out. In the metals, silver had a heck of a rally. It's given back a chunk of it right now, as you can see. Same thing going on. Copper broke, not a rally. It broke 6%. So copper, something's going on where the market all of a sudden, they pulled the plug on it. Part of it could have been new orders index that we saw in the U.S. come out, down nearly 10%. Maybe the slowdown we're seeing in Europe. I wrote about that for my clients in my full research report today, showing them how many cases are spreading and where they're at and what's going on, be it in Ireland, Spain, France, the U.K., everything's picking up momentum again with this COVID. What we were afraid of going into the fall, it's happening right now, and we got a bunch of states in the U.S. where it's happening. In terms of currency moves, well, today the dollar was down, the euro was up stronger. It's giving back a little bit of that tonight. But what the market has done on a weekly basis is pretty interesting. On a weekly chart of just closing prices, the market fell back and held the 18-week average of closes. It's bounced away from it. On a weekly chart of closes, we're still up for the week in gold, $29. Here's your daily bar chart. We know the market fell back into this area for support. Now it's coming up into a resistance zone. So this whole area here is fraught with a lot of resistance in the market. The trend is up. Now let me define that. The swing line draws lines each day from the previous day. And there's a set of 5 rules that it follows. It's all taught in my charting course. And what I'm looking for is a pattern to tell me if we're in a trend. An uptrend has a pattern of higher lows and higher highs. We have that. I filter it by looking to see where we're at in relation to key moving averages. The first key, and the one that I use as the main filter, is the 18-day moving average of closes. When the market price is under that number, even if the swing line is up, the two fight each other and you have nothing. One's got bias down, the other says the trend is up. And where should the resistance point be? Often right at that number, that 18-day average. The Bollinger Bands are these black dashed lines. This is the 100-day average of closes. And you can see they all tied in together here for a support number, giving the market a bouncing zone. In terms of the slow stochastics, they have been gradually, and I use the word ever so gradually, coming up to the point where neither number is any longer under 30. Any reading under 30 is oversold. So I have a market that's gone flat pretty much in momentum. It's got the swing line up, the bias down. It's simply put, nothing's agreeing with each other on the chart. We seem to be waffling here against the 80 level of the differential of how many ounces of silver in a perfect world it takes to get 1 ounce of gold. And when the market is over this red line, the 18-day average of closes, it means that gold is stronger than silver. When it's under and the number's falling, you need less ounces of silver to get 1 ounce of gold. Silver market remains in a downtrend. The market has got a pattern of lower highs, lower lows. And I admit, yeah, you were up today 76 cents an ounce. You've given back almost about 40% of that right now. The pattern is one of higher lows, lower highs. That is not a trend. So this market, in order to negate the downtrend, in order to negate it, take out 24.54.5. In order to reestablish the downtrend, it's got to take out 23.23.5. That would give you the lower highs, lower lows again, and put into place the potential for re-challenging these two numbers. Interesting chart, but difficult one. Longer term traders, I think, are going to wait for that 100-day average again. I think they already bought it once, and I wouldn't be surprised if they start buying. I wish I could tell you what happened to copper here. This is how the copper chart looked coming in. The market then opened higher last night, and it just let go today in a violent manner. Now, yes, it got under the Bollinger Band on a close. It's fighting to get back in it. It's already oversold. It was a washout. It was never in a pipe completely. This is a little too broad for that. I don't understand what happened there, but something happened. When you look at platinum, all you've done is come from the lower band up to what I call that line in the sand, that 18-day average of closes. You hit it and you've run into the brick wall there. Support now should be the 100-day average. You need to close over 913.90 to be bullish. In the palladium, this has been the only of the metals, the only one that has stayed bullish at this point. It's got higher lows, higher highs. It's holding the 18-day average of closes, and momentum is still gradually pointing upward. Last, the dollar index. You went from your Bollinger Band highs right back to that line in the sand. You're sitting here with a lower low, higher high, a mess of a chart. So am I seeing anything right there? In all honesty, a difficult time. I think we'll get clarity whatever happens with COVID relief. If they do nothing, that's the answer. We're not going to get anything done until the elections come and gone. If they do something, we're going to see the benefit of that right away, assuming it all passes. We'll get a feel. What else? We got to look at the jobs data tomorrow. It will rule the day for a while. It will rule the day a lot if there is a COVID package tonight, and on top of it, that was a friendly number. It will offset some of the bearishness if it's a good number if the COVID relief package fails. That's where I'm at on it. And, you know, you have to have a game plan coming into this. So what I try to do is work with you on your trade ideas. You know, that's what I love to do. I love to teach. I love to work with my clients. I put out at approximately, I start recording about 5:30, 5:40, just about every morning, Monday through Friday, a video. The video starts off by telling you what went on in Asia and Europe, give you an idea as to what's going on there, and then the reports that are coming out for the morning, for Friday morning, what they look like, did anything happen that should offset it, and then we go into chart analysis, a lot deeper than you get here with more studies. Window envelopes will be there, more moving averages will be there. There's more to do, and I'm going to be aggressive in saying I want you to buy here, sell there. And aggressive also means I'm going to tell you I don't see a darn thing to do. Brokers get commission, right? Ask my subscribers sometime. They'll tell you there's plenty of times I wait for the chance to pounce. I'm still going to have wrong trades, but I'll wait for the setups that I think are the best ones. The price of all this, come on. You go to Starbucks, get a big drink, $7.95. It's about where you're at. Think of a tip. This is $7.95, no tip involved. You're going to get 30 days of all this. Access to when I put out my special reports. I'm going to hold webinars again in October now, and other events that take place. So take advantage of it. Give it a try. $7.95. www.iraepstein.com. Under the word research, it's all explained there. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow.